Oh, I really feel so embarrassed about this. Ever since last time, when Master Chen with the mini excavator asked me to come over and work. After I finished, he paid me and I went home. Originally, he thought the little bit of work left, including shaping the area where the soil needs to be taken later. He would just do it himself. He tried to slowly wear down the boss by dragging out the work, but what he did not expect was, this boss did not play by the rules. He called me out by name, and specifically asked for the same excavator from last time to come and do the job, so he had no other choice but to call me again, and ask me to come over and help him out. Now it feels like I stole his business. It is really awkward. I'm so embarrassed. But everything I mentioned earlier was something I only found out after I arrived. In other words, if I had known beforehand, I would not have come here to do this job for him today. After all, among peers, it is important to maintain a good relationship. That is more important than this single deal, whether I do it or not. I won't really make much money anyway. But since I'm here today, I will still do my best to get the job done for the client. First of all, there were a lot of bamboo and tree roots at the soil collection site today, and the dump truck costs 800 yuan per day. To avoid wasting the dump truck's time, and to make sure the owner gets good value for hiring it, I got up really early. I came over at 6 a.m. and cleared out all the bamboo and tree roots from the site ahead of time. Just as I finished clearing the surface, 2 dump trucks also arrived at the site, one after another. At this point, I started loading the trucks. Meanwhile, Master Chen used a shovel to dig up the soil that the dump trucks had brought out and moved it into the yard, one scoop at a time. Just as we were working hard, we happened to see the owner. He drove back in the new car he bought a few days ago. He said once we finish this work, he will take his family on a spring outing. At that moment, I thought having a car would be really nice. So I started thinking about buying one too. But new cars are just too expensive. A used one seems much more cost-effective. Quasi-used cars, Tesla, only cost 99,000 yuan. Guasi has tens of thousands of Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Tesla cars with different configurations. And every car is professionally inspected by the official team. You can even get a 3-day home test drive. If you have an old car, Guasi can help. In short, for buying or selling used cars. So I made the recommendation. It took about 4 hours to load the truck. Every spot outside that needed soil was completely delivered and set. Master Chen, the mini excavator operator, said he would just quietly do his work outside. All the work inside would be left to me. So now, as for the soil inside, after loading the truck, everything was a mess. The owner told me if this were his place, he would just level it out casually. But the place we took the soil from today is not his. He also said that since others gave him enough respect and let him dig as much soil as he wanted, now that we are done digging, he also wants to restore it for others to the most reasonable state. He told me, no matter how long it takes, do it well and make it look good. Having clear edges and corners is the principle. He does not understand the styling either. He told me to handle it myself. So for this messy dirt site today, if we want to achieve a great and reasonable design, first you definitely need a starting point. I took a look at the surroundings. There is no place dug out above. There is a component there, and there is no way to go up the mountain nearby. So you definitely have to leave a path up the mountain. Otherwise, people won't be able to get up there later. I bet the one who'll get blamed will be the excavator operator. So I left a path. Whenever it rains, a lot of water comes down from the mountains, so I left a ditch by the roadside. That is definitely a better design. So my current idea is one ditch, one road. With this design, there is still a large open space on the side. At this point, I started thinking again. Although the owner of this land is currently working elsewhere, when he gets older and comes back, if there is a vegetable garden in the back, would not that be wonderful? After this chain of thoughts, the whole design plan came together. A road, a ditch, and all the remaining open space leveled for vegetable gardens. The boss said, today's work must be done with sharp edges and clean lines. It has to look great. I have kept that in mind. So first, I quickly brushed over the slope inside, did it simply and efficiently. Then I dug a drainage ditch at the bottom of the slope. I scattered some of the dug-up soil on the road, throw some onto the open ground outside, then level out the whole road. After that, go back and forth and roll it 2 or 3 times. Now we have reached this step. Looking at it, this road is actually pretty wide now. Then I thought about going up the mountain. But it is really just for people to walk. At most, Maybe a 3-wheeled vehicle could drive on it. This road is too wide again, so I trimmed the outer slope of the road into a straight line, just like slicing a carrot. I adjusted the whole road to be about 3 meters wide. As for this side, the slope is pretty steep. I am worried it might collapse in the future, so I made it extra steep on purpose, and I also left a ditch at the bottom. Attention, everyone. Since we are planning to turn this area into a vegetable garden, it is really important that there are no stones. First, I did a rough sweep and picked up the stones on the surface. Leveling it out is just a surface task. Clearing away all the stones is the real purpose of this step. After cleaning up, it is also important to pack down the edge of the drainage ditch, because only if it is packed tightly, it won't collapse when it rains. You see, after all the steps I have done, now you can hardly see any stones on the whole site. Finally, I will do a fine leveling one more time. And that is the job done for today. You can see the results for yourselves. The slopes that needed to be brushed are smooth and even. Everything is clean and tidy. The drainage ditches and the road leading up the mountain are also neat and uniform. There are no stones in the vegetable gardens below, and in every part of the vegetable gardens, there is at least 50 centimeters of loose soil. And Master Chen outside saw that I had finished my work, so he felt embarrassed to keep dragging out the boss's time, and wrapped things up with me, chatting as we finished.